Unfortunately, there is a part 2 to this story. So we came in December. I'm with a group of incredible people from the Salt Lake County who are in the GOP. Great people here, women and Casey Gell too. So we have a group of us who now it has been expanded. So we were here in December. There were 2 people who were targeted for removal from their offices within the party, and we came and helped fight for them. And the party has chosen, instead of to dismiss this, to continue it forward. And now they have expanded it to 8 people. So we believe it was out of order the entire time. It should be dismissed, but they're moving forward. So we wanted to hear some of the thoughts here from people.
Well, first off, we all signed a letter because we believed that what was happening was in violation of the county bylaws, the GOP bylaws, and in those bylaws we have a duty to report something if we find that it may have been done wrong or illegally. So we simply signed a letter to report something we thought or saw as being a possible violation. And so that's why we're all here being targeted, because apparently they don't want us pointing things out that they might have done wrong.
It's super ironic when you think of it, because we're elected representatives in our various capacities, whether we are state delegates or SEC members or whatever it may be. But we're just here to represent our neighbors, and we're all volunteers. This is all on our volunteer time. And so when we saw this violation in the bylaws of the party the county party trying to endorse outside of a process, the county has no process to endorse people in nonpartisan elections and to put the Republican, favored Republican label on them. And so when we knew that wasn't there, we just all signed a letter saying this is something that needs to be looked into. We feel like the party's tipping the scales. And so we signed the letter, and now I got a registered letter in the mail saying you need to appear to a hearing that doesn't seem to be following any sort of rules at all. And so it feels like it's rather made up. It just feels like this big witch hunt. And so this is just ridiculous. Like, we are the backbone of the party. Removing people like us is self-defeating. I can't even see the point. It's really ridiculous, actually. This is weird.
Right?
I'd just like to say that I was voted in. Sorry, I'm emotional. As a precinct chair, and I'm doing the best I can at what my duties are, and they're coming after me for doing what I thought was the right thing to do, and it's not fair.
Well, if they can come after you, then they can come after any precinct chair.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I really feel like when I was elected to the various positions, I really thought to myself, I want to make a difference. I really want to serve my neighbors and serve my party, and I really wanted to make a difference. And then we get pulled into stuff that has nothing to do with what our rights and our duties are, and it actually looks like this is bad. This is election interference. It's potential. And so one of the things that's in our party platform is it says that we do have a duty, that if we see something, we have to say something. That's a duty, and rooting out corruption, it's a duty. So that's why, and I thought, hey, I can make a difference. I can be on these committees and I can do some good things. But then if you do your duty, they find a group of people that says, we don't want you in the party anymore. We just, you've now stepped on some toes, you stepped on the wrong toes, so it's time for you to be removed. And what happens to all those people that voted for me? All of their votes are disenfranchised. They chose to have me represent them. And that's really unfair. And the fact that we're even being asked to do something that's outside of our duties, when we've got caucus to plan to, caucus is coming up and we need everybody. We need to make this successful. But instead, they're focusing on removing the hardworking grassroots people that are out there.
And if you think about it, it's retaliation. So if you think you see a crime, you're going to be normal people will fear, oh, don't tell on that, because the last people, they got removed from telling on it. So it's retaliation for being an informant to something that we considered against the laws and the rules. And so we reported it to the appropriate authorities, which our bylaws tell us to do and encourage us to do. So this is really a signal to all of party members, everybody that don't you tell on anybody that you think is doing a crime, or you will be retaliated and removed and marched in front of everybody and shamed.
Off with their heads.
Well, and they've accused us of damaging the party and their reputation from our actions. What's happening is the party is making me not want to be involved anymore. Is that really what you wanted to accomplish with this? It's not working.
I don't see how it's damaging the party to say we're trying to protect the party from doing something illegal. Like, that doesn't damage the party. That's a protective act. We gave essentially a warning saying, hey, look out, we think you're doing something that isn't according to the law. It is unlawful. And so that's something that we really were doing to try to protect the party from making a mistake or a misstep that could come back and haunt it. And so that's actually protecting the good name of the party. It's not damaging it at all. I'm a longtime member of the Republican Party. I've been going to precinct meetings for the past 20 plus years. I have family members who've been precinct chairs, state delegates, county delegates, myself included. We are long-time participants in the Republican Party here in Utah. So it feels rather weird to be suddenly told that all this work that we've been doing is suddenly damaging the party, when really we're just trying to protect the work that we've built over years.
There's a problem with process here too, because everybody here, they're here because we care about our country, we care about our state, we care about the rule of law, and there's a process that needs to be followed. So there are party bylaws and there's state bylaws, and then there's the Robert's Rules of Order, and that's the way that the party is run, is that it follows the Robert's Rules of Order. But this is completely out of order. The December meeting should never have happened. They tried to continue it to January. That meeting should never have happened. Then they voted to move it forward to having a hearing without having an investigation or any other things that need to happen. And so this is a problem. The whole thing really should not be going on. It's completely out of order.
Well, and the trial is being held by the executive committee that, two of us are on, and it shouldn't be them charging us with stuff and them being the jury and the judge and the prosecutor. Because that's not the way the bylaws or Robert's Rules of Order is written to resolve issues. It should be an independent committee that's assigned to look into it, that is unbiased. It should be a group that looks into the rules. Like the committee chair should be like just, I don't know the word, unbiased, or
Not the ones that
not
we
the ones
wrote the letter about.
But it's not how it's set up, and they're still requiring us to show up on the 9th to defend ourselves in a trial. So it's an interesting night.
Okay, these amazing 8 people here are incredible, and they did exactly what they're supposed to do, and they followed the bylaws, which said if you see a concern that you should report it, anything that you believe may be criminal. That's exactly what they did. These are the type of people that we want in the Republican Party. And so we're grateful that we're here and standing here to support them today. And if the party executive leadership decides to follow the bylaws and Robert's Rules of Order, they will know that this is not going to go anywhere, because this is completely out of order. So we don't expect this to go any further. But we do want you to know, if you want to join us and join this fun, caucus is coming up March 17th. And the Republican Party needs you, as you can see. And we need good people to come and run as delegates, and we need to take back our Republican Party. And we've got some good fights to fight. And so come join your neighbors and come join us here and come support caucus. Our executive committee leadership seems a little bit too preoccupied to be supporting caucus and promoting that right now, but we want to do our part to encourage good people to come out and support caucus, because we need you.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, these guys are not going anywhere.
Good job.